start in an easy cross-legged position. So if sitting cross-legged is uncomfortable for your body, feel free to extend your legs long forward in front of you. And as you're going to come to sit up tall, palms face down, close the eyes. And just take a few breaths to center yourself. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Now, as you're going to flutter the eyes open, you're going to come to extend your legs forward in front of you. And as you're going to extend your legs, keeping the left leg long, you're going to slide the sole of your right foot to the ground. And you can interlace your fingers to the shin, top of the leg. Shoulders are down the back, away from the ears. Now you're going to pick up your right foot and cross it all the way over the extended left leg. And as you sit up tall, this might be enough for you. You can begin to relax in the left extended leg, relax in your foot. If you want to feel a little bit more, you can bring your hands over towards the left so that you shift your weight to the left, bend in the left knee, and then return to take a seat on your sit bones, hugging the knee in, closing the eyes. Now, I'm so excited to have you accompany me for the next 5 weeks in this journal writing experience. Because with breathing and meditation, the yamas and niyamas, which we'll be exploring, they all help to enhance self-regulation. It really does, this practice, facilitate change, not only mentally, but also behaviorally. So as you seal your lips and breathe in and out through your nose, take 3 mindful breaths. Take 1 more full breath in and a full breath out. Now for those with the bound legs, as myself have, you're going to re-shift your weight over to the left so you can extend your leg forward and return to sit bones. Now you're going to pick up that right foot, slide it in, and then let the sole of your foot come to tuck into the inner of the left thigh. So we're like in a sitting tree pose, legs. Now, making sure your journal is near. Obviously, if you're right-handed, you'll place the journal to the inside or into the inside of the leg. If you're left-handed, to the opposite. So just make sure your journal is accessible. As you'll relax the extended left leg, you're going to fold forward and down. And relax in the shoulders. Today we're going to be exploring 2 yamas. And the yamas, they're external disciplines, social ethics. We'll be addressing nonviolence, ahimsa, and truthfulness, satya. You can think of the yamas as your own personal GPS. They'll tell you when you're going in the wrong direction and that you need to make an immediate legal, not illegal, U-turn. And they're going to let you know when you're making a negative impact on the world and invite you to turn around, to take a step towards harmony instead. Stay here, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Go ahead and come to sit all the way up and then come into butterfly. Let the soles of your feet come together. You're going to come to just let your journal rest forward And where the inner arches of your feet are is going to be an indication to where your forehead will fall. Let your palms turn to face up as you fold. We explore today the foundation of yoga philosophy and this practice, ahimsa, nonviolence. Sometimes you might find when you're hurried or afraid, powerless, or out of balance, when you're harsh with yourself, you can speak words of unkindness or even explode with violent outbursts to other people. They say that your capacity to be nonviolent depends on your proactive practice of balance, of love for the self and compassion for others. Take 5 deep breaths, breathing in and out through the nose only. Now, as you're going to come to sit all the way up to stack your shoulders over your hips, come to just extend your right leg long and tuck the sole of your left foot to the inner part of your thigh. Relax in the foot, fold forward and down. I want you to think about the times where you've been short with other people. Maybe you've worked too much or had too much caffeine, you didn't sleep so well the night before. Imbalance in your system is almost always certainty for violence. So the question I want you to answer in your journal, it's just a simple yes or no. I want to ask, do you feel balanced? Yes or no? Stay here and take one more full breath in and a full breath out. Go ahead and come to sit all the way up to stack your shoulders directly over your hips. Come to plant the sole of your left foot to the ground, hugging the knee into the chest. Flex your right toes to the face. Now you're going to pick up the left foot, crossing it entirely over. Once again, this might be enough. You're working the outer of your left hip. If you want to feel a little bit more, bring your hands over to the right, bend in the right knee, bringing your heel into the glute, and then return to your sit bones, sitting up tall. Space between the top and bottom teeth. Take one more long breath in through your nose and a long breath out through the nose. Now for those in the bound legs, return your hands over to the right. Help to extend your right leg forward. Return to take a seat to your sit bones. Help your legs so we'll all come back to plant the foot and extend so the leg is long. You're going to take a hold of your journal. You're going to come into a wide-legged straddle. And then with your right leg extended out, tuck the sole of your left foot towards the inner part of your thigh. Flex your right toes to your face, slide your hand down, and then rise your left arm up and over the head. Now, presently, you're going to keep the torso as it is. You're going to rotate your chest up, inhale, and then rotate your chest towards the ground, exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale, rotate your chest up. Maybe you look up, and then breathe out, rotate your chest towards the floor. One more time, inhale, spin, open, and then exhale, close. Come to sit up to stack shoulders over the hips. And then switch left leg out, sole of the right foot will tuck in. Flex your toes to the face, slide the left hand down, rise the right arm up and over. So presently the neck, let it just be comfortable for your own body. Rotate your chest up a little bit more, breathe in. And then rotate your chest towards the ground, breathe out. Inhale, spin the chest open, look up. Spin the chest down, look towards the ground. One more time, inhale to open and exhale to close. Now come to sit all the way up, stack shoulders over hips, find yourself in a wide straddle. Re-extend that right leg out. Now you can always prop up your journal with a few books or a block to bring the ground closer to you. You're going to relax in your feet, and as you fold forward, for those of you that answered yes, you feel balanced. I want you to write down what you're doing that's making you feel that way. Are you sticking to a routine? What are your self-care practices? I want you to write it down so that you can remind yourself what's working, especially when you find yourself imbalanced. Now, for those of you that have stated that you're not balanced, I want you to find guidance not from your head, but from your body. And I want you to answer what it is that you need. From the guidance of your body, do you need more sleep? Do you need more exercise? Do you need to eat differently? Do you need more meditation or prayer or positive affirmations in your life? Do you need more variety? Do you feel balanced? Yes or no? Do you feel balanced? What's working? What are you doing? If you're not balanced, what do you need? Now please feel free to scribble. Don't edit. Don't scratch out. Just let it all pour out of you. And just stay here for 5 more breaths. Always know you can return to this at any time. As you're going to slowly come out of this shape, stack shoulders over the hips. You're going to, with your hands, hook the outer edges of the knees and glide the knees together and massage in your legs. And then you're going to come onto your hands and your knees, a tabletop posture. So as you come to rest with your wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, go ahead and rock your hips side to side, left to right, just to help in the circulation of blood in your legs. Solid in your fingers, your pointer fingers, they're at 12 o'clock. Your thumbs are energetically being drawn in. Go ahead and dip the navel and lift your chest, drawing the chest through the arms, coming into the cow posture. Without dumping in the shoulders, you'll press into your hands, drawing the chest through the arms, abdomen lightly engaged. And then in the counter pose, chin to chest, round in the spine, come into cat. Dip your navel, inhale, draw the chest through the arms, look up, tailbone scoops up. Chin to chest, round, tailbone will tuck under. One more time, dip your navel, inhale, bring the chest through the arms. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Now just find some intuitive movement here. Maybe pedaling out the feet, swaying the hips side to side, moving in the shoulders. The description of this posture has your feet hip distance apart and your hands shoulder width. Looking in between the feet so there's no strain in the neck. And as you press into your hands, your chest, this exaggeration is sent towards your upper thighs, and there's this heaviness in the heels. Now look forward to your hands. Either walk your feet forward to your hands or walk your hands back. You're going to come into a forward fold. In a standing forward fold, the ankles rest underneath the hips. 2 fists could fit in between the feet. You're going to hang in ragdoll. Hands can come to opposite elbows. Both sit bones are lifted up while your brain comes down. And shake the head yes. Shake the head no. And shake your head back to yes. This week I encourage you to guard your balance as you would your most precious resource. And to not find balance from a place in your head of what it should look like, but instead find the guidance from the messages of your body. Act on the messages of your body and explore what balance looks like for you this week. Notice the effects it has on your life and on others. Release your hands to the ground and toe heel your feet together to touch. Big toes touch, a slither in the heels. Chin to chest slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Begin to rise all the way up to a stand. Circle your arms overhead as you reach up, maybe look up. Stay standing, bring your hands to your heart. Stay here, take a full breath in. And then open mouth, breath out. Release your arms down by your side body. Circle overhead, heels press down, look up. Hinge at your hip joints, fold all the way forward and down. Bring your hands to wrap behind your legs. A hand to each ankle, a palm to each calf. The top of your head is down. Sliding your palms to your shins. Straighten in the arms, bend in the knees, come into a halfway lift, looking forward, leading with the heart. No creases are in the neck, the top of the head forward, hips are back. Coming into a moving meditation, stay here, inhale. Fold forward, hands behind legs, breathe out. Stand up, one breath, bend in the knees, rise and reach up towards the ceiling. Stay standing, hands to heart, breathe out. Release your arms by the side, circle overhead, reach up. Hinge at your hips, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, halfway lift, fill. Fold, exhale, bow. One more time, rise to stand, reach up. Hands to heart, breathe out. Arms by your side, circle overhead, activate your legs. Hinge at your hips and fold forward and down. Come back into the halfway lift and then plant your hands to the ground. Come to your hands and your knees, a tabletop posture. I'm going to face you. The right leg is going to extend out to the side. So when you look over your right shoulder, your ankle is in line with your hip. All 5 toes point forward. Now come to rock your hands in and come to rise up to stack your shoulders over your hips so you're standing on the left knee. Slide your right hand down, rise the left arm up and over the head. Looking up, forward, or down. And then reach up, so the wrists stack over shoulders, and bring your hands to the low back, interlace your fingers. Bring your arms down, lift in your chest up. And then as you're going to return to look forward, release the interlaced fingers, re-sweep your arms out and overhead, reach up. Palms join, keep your legs, you're just going to hinge forward and resettle your hands to the ground. Now, keep your left hand, rise your right arm up, spin the chest open. Press into your hand. Take a full breath in. You're going to thread your arm, right arm underneath the left, and you're going to hover your outer shoulder and the side of your head to the ground. Re-press into that left hand. Re-reach your right arm up, spin your chest open, and then breathe out. Thread the arm under, hover the outer shoulder and ear. One more time. Press into your left hand, spin your chest open, reach up, and thread the arm under, reach in this hover. Reach up to the ceiling, spin your chest open, and then place your hand down and come to release down onto your forearms. Staying here as you open up in the right hip. Now your ability to stay balanced has much to do about how you feel about yourself. I don't know if you know this, but we have 60,000 thoughts per day. So my question really comes to how many of your thoughts are positive and how many of them are not? Now with your journal in front of you, we're just going to set and prepare. You're going to make a line so that you can form 2 columns. I don't normally prefer labels, but we are going to make 1 column bad and 1 column good. Now I want you, just for a moment, without overthinking, to start to write down some of the bad thoughts you've been having as it relates to yourself. Maybe you've been angry, there's been some bitterness, maybe you have been punishing yourself. I I want you to write out some of the things you've been telling yourself that have been non-supportive. Conscientious of the left knee. I'm not going to keep you here for much longer. So as you begin to wrap that up, you're going to bring your hands back onto the ground and straighten your arms to lift yourself up. With your abdomen engaged, you're going to sweep that right leg back, come to hands and knees, and then shift side to side, left to right. And then you're going to extend the left leg out. That's going to help take some pressure off of the knee. Looking over the left shoulder. Go ahead, and this time we're just going to keep the left or the right hand down and rise the left arm up, spinning the chest open. Take a full breath in and then thread the arm under, hover your ear and outer shoulder. Press into the floor, inhale, spin your chest open, reach up. Thread the arm under, hover in this reach. One more time, inhale, spin the chest open. And then exhale, thread under and reach. As you'll reach up towards the ceiling, breathe in. You're going to plant your hand down and then come to return with your journal forward in front of you. So now I want you in your column of good to write down the self-love, the self-respect, maybe the kind words that you offer yourself. What good thoughts have been flowing inside and outside of you? Take 5 more breaths. Continuing to ride out the more positive thoughts and inner wisdom that comes through. And go ahead and bring your hands to the ground, lifting yourself up. Keep your legs, walk your hands in to come stack your shoulders over the hips. Slide your left hand down, rise the right arm up and over. You know, you can do all the right things. You can eat healthy, you can exercise, you can do yoga. But you can also be your own worst critic. The thoughts that run through your mind, the words you say to yourself. You would never say to another, you need to become aware of. Rise the arms up, wrist stack over shoulders, turn your palms to face forward. We're going to come into the cactus shape arms, lift in your chest, look up. Reach up, let your palms face each other, stack your wrists over shoulders. Palms forward, cactus in the arms, lift in your chest. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift in your chest. Now reach up. This time let your palms touch. Come to hinge at your hips, releasing your hands to the floor, abdomen engaged. Come to hands and knees, a tabletop posture. Shift your weight side to side, left to right. Now you're going to come to prop down onto your belly. So as you release down onto your belly, you're going to prop up onto your forearms so that your elbows, they're positioned directly underneath the shoulders. Now, I'm going to do it with my left leg so you can see. So we'll keep the right leg long. Bring the left knee up and look over your shoulders so that you found yourself in this 90-degree bend. Your left hip, knee, and ankle are in a 90-degree bend. And then just take a moment and create a pillow with your hands and rest either your chin or a cheek onto the hands. I think sometimes we can become aggravated because it could feel like there's certain situations or circumstances where we have to distort ourselves or silence ourselves. Or say yes when what you really want to say is no. So now as we explore truthfulness, I particularly want to explore this idea of being real and being nice. Keep your leg and prop yourself up onto your forearms. I want you to write what you think the difference is between being nice and being real. What do you think the difference is between being nice and being real? Can you think of a situation, particularly in this last week, where you were nice? What did this experience invoke in you? What were the results? Deborah Adele, in her book, The Yamas and Niyamas, she says that nice is an illusion, a cloak hiding lies. It's this imposed image of what one thinks they should be. It's like we package ourselves in this presentable box. Go ahead and release the left leg back. And then come to lower back to that pillow for a moment. And getting out of the gentle back bend. Because in a moment, I'm going to have you explore a situation this week when you were real. And real, it comes from the center of your unique essence. Real is something that you may not always like in another, but come to know that there's no surprises. Real's not always pleasant, but it's trustworthy. Go ahead and prop yourself up. Help your right leg come forward into the 90-degree bend. And now I want you to write a situation this week where you were real. What did this experience invoke in you? What were the results? And then just to continue with this, from whom or what do you seek approval? Does this affect whether you act from your niceness or your realness? Take 5 breaths wherever you are. And then as you'll help extend the right leg back, you'll create the pillow, turning your head to a side. Bend in your knees, bring your heels in towards yourself, towards your body. And then windshield wiper the legs side to side, left to right. And then as you'll bring your legs to the center and extend them back, you're going to rest your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up onto your hands and your knees. Come into child's pose. Let your knees come out wide, big toes come together to touch. Rest your hips back towards your heels, and then release your forehead to the ground. This week, I'm going to encourage you to grow yourself into someone that you can trust. This week, I'm going to encourage you to recognize what thoughts you're feeding yourself. There's this story where this grandfather is talking to his grandson, telling him that there's 2 wolves that bark inside. All of us have the first wolf that's filled with anger and hatred, bitterness, mostly revenge. And the second wolf inside is filled with love and kindness, compassion, mostly forgiveness. The young boy, the grandson, inquires, which wolf do you think will win? And the grandfather responds, whichever one I feed. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. So this week, I hope you bring more self-love and balance into your life, more truthfulness, uniqueness, self-expression. The compassion of nonviolence, it comes from truthfulness. Take 5 deep breaths, breathing in and out through your nose only. And then as you'll slowly come up onto your hands and your knees, the tabletop posture, wrists under shoulders, knees underneath the hips, sway the hips side to side, left to right. Go ahead and come to sit all the way up onto your heels. Turn your weight to one side and swing your legs forward in front of you. You're going to take a hold of your journal and you're going to place it forward. And I want you to just develop a game plan. What are some things, some new insights or reflection that you can gather from today? The answers that you formulated from these questions? What can you do this week to practice nonviolence and truthfulness? What actions can you take? What words can you say? Take these next few breaths to recognize where and how you can practice more mindfulness. How can you release these negative thought patterns? Maybe you do have positive words or mantras to redirect your mind to help you create new patterns. Take one more full breath in, full breath out. Go ahead and release your journal aside. Sit all the way up to stack your shoulders over your hips. Go ahead and place your hands behind you, wrists under shoulders, fingertips point forward. Slide the soles of your feet to the ground. Big hands press into your feet. Lift your hips and drop the head back into a revolved tabletop. Press down into the feet and the hands, lifting the hips up. Feel the collarbones move away, chest is open, and then slowly begin to make your way into a comfortable seat, sitting up into an easy cross-legged position. With a spine twist over to the right, bring your hands, left hand to the right knee, and bring your right fingertips to the ground. Inhale, sit up tall. Stay here, exhale and twist, look back. Breathe in, elongate both sides of your body. Stay here, breathe out, rotate back. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Now smoothly come forward center and switch sides. Inhale to create length and exhale to twist. Inhale, sit up tall. Stay here, exhale and rotate back. Take one more breath in and a breath out. Now as you're going to smoothly come forward to the center, you're going to plant your hands palms face down onto your knees, thighs. Close the eyes and relax in the shoulders. Soften the skin on your face. Yoga is a means to help with self-direction and self-inquiry. Every posture, every breath is a means to take you inward. We'll be here for a 1-minute silent meditation. Tap into that inner voice that isn't pushing or bombarding you. Get quiet and listen. Let your chin fall to the chest. Create half neck circles. This time together is going to be about tuning into that inner voice. That part of you that knows what you need to be happy and healthy. As your chin will fall to center chest. Stay here. Feel the heaviness of your head. And then go ahead and come to look forward so your chin is parallel to the floor. And then look up to the ceiling. Let your head drop back. And then slowly come to look forward. Look over your right shoulder without resting your chin on it. Go ahead and come to look forward and look over to your left. Stay here, breathe in. Come back to look forward, breathe out. Let your chin fall to the chest, inhale. Look forward, exhale. Breathe in, look up to the ceiling. Breathe out, look forward. Breathe in, look over to your right. Breathe out, exhale, center. Breathe in, look over the left shoulder. Breathe out, look forward, center. Flutter the eyes open, let your arms dangle, shrug your shoulders up to your ears, stay here, and then look up to the ceiling. And then go ahead and look forward, release your shoulders back and down. Breathe in, shoulders forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Do that one more time, shoulders forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Go ahead and change the direction, shoulders back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Back and up, inhale, forward and down. Exhale, do that one more time. And then I just want you to conclude with your journal. And I want you to write down your intention for the next 5 weeks. What do you want to gain from this experience? What do you want to know? All that one needs in this practice of yoga is intention. And then whenever you're done, you'll settle your journal down. No need to rush. And then you'll release your arms down. Circle the arms out and overhead. Reach up. Hands to heart. Breathe out. 2 more times. Release the arms. Circle overhead. Press down into sit bones. Reach. Hands to heart. Breathe out. Do that one more time on your own. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, breath out. May you this week not harm yourself with your own thoughts. May we all do our best to practice nonviolence, non-harming, in what we say and what we do. May we also practice truthfulness. With thumbs to forehead as a symbol of respect for each other and ourselves, we'll bow together and say, Namaste.